So, and good afternoon, everyone. Please introduce your company. In addition, and today we're talking about an AI Plus. So maybe you can share with us in your business and how can an AI be deployed or implemented or support your business. Okay, I'm going to start. Well, and for our company, and mainly, and we produce the materials and in the nutrition and business. So to help you to understand, so I'm going to introduce myself. For myself, I graduated from the China University of Agriculture, and I studied the pesticides, and also for myself, and I worked in a Navy and lab in the United States. And later, and I also worked in the electrolyte recovery and in Japan. Now, and I came back to China. So for myself, I've been working on material development. If you look at my career, and we can see the supra and molecular platform, and it is a very fundamental technology and platform. In each field, we would combine with the expertise from quantum and physics to help us to do further development. And good afternoon. For my company, and we use AI and to help us and to produce the development of raw materials and materials. Mainly we focus on the healthcare industry in the past. And I work in NVIDIA. And today, and the members of my team and came from and joined Discovery.
And sees material development. We have material development PhD from MIT. By the mass spectrum, we understand all the human health related targets. These small molecules, the peptide or protein, and to find out relationship between these factors to develop some formula. We are serving healthcare industry, also like cosmetics, functional food, and skin products. Well, for the InnoAero, about the conductor. In the past, people develop like copper alloy by trial and error. We have AI plus some material to develop alloy material. Of course, we have some issues. For the alloy development, the data is limited, and also the fewer high-quality data. We also need to consider the integrate the material with the process.
完备到这个工艺基于装备的这个改造升级，建立了一个完整的这个产业链。那么设计出来的这个成分再通过这个工艺验证，那么工艺验证完了再反哺这个数据，再反哺材料的设计。目前来讲的话，取得效果还是不错，大概是这么一整套的逻辑。好，谢谢。
大家好，我来自上海智育生科。上海智育生科是在3年前，今年刚好3周年成立的。它的主要的发起人呢，包括我王博士，我们都是生物计算的博士，然后在腾讯 AI Lab 从事 AI 的新药研发，然后我们关注到当时这个 AI 新药研发的这样一个主要在比较前端，于是呢我们就出来成立了上海智育，更关注于用 AI 的方式去做酶设计、酶改造，来应用于天然原料的开发和生产。
This new material about the natural element, the ingredients, the functional molecules. It's about chemicals and to have a chemical synthesis. So many of these ways are still chemical ways. In the 10,000 tons of products, these are highly polluting. We have AI to find out these enzyme as a catalyst to facilitate these natural elements biosynthesis to have the green replacement to lower the cost. The quality is close to the nature. In the real application, we pay attention to the catalyst, the enzyme development. For the enzyme, it's kind of very long, composed of various monomer. It's a long sequence. This enzyme optimization to find out the optimize the combination. In the past, this is kind of a high throughput screening by the various mutation to get a result. It's a very long cycle and low efficient. We have AI. We collect information from the lab and to understand about the process and also natural language integrating to the traditional biocomputing. We have all the data from the nature and also internal high throughput data to have special enzyme modification. Compared with the traditional high throughput screening, it really has some advantages. This is our application. Yeah. Well, yeah, you really have an AI plus material industry. You are in the early stage, cutting front in the morning, and Dr. Zhou mentioned the AI's material application has some challenges, like high quality data is not enough. High throughput experiment is not easy. I just want to listen to you in your area how to cope with these challenges. So first of all, in the material, I have a lot of experience, like early data collection by myself. I made the fertilizer, explosives, and drugs. And we accumulate some data. And the previous presentation mentioned like the base body structure and the functional group, and put the label on the molecule. And also, we have some open data. We got some the molecule information from this open database. Of course, we also need to do the data screening. A large challenge is about the data source. This is one hand. Secondly, we got the data, and also we need to have the relationship between the structure and the function. Sometimes the relationship is not so accurate, and then we also need to rely on the theoretical chemistry. Quantum chemistry, of course, will increase the computing cost, increase the cost and increasing the time. Also about molecule simulation, integrating to the protein, we need to have a very good balance. If you do that right from the very beginning, it will take a long time. If you have the molecule simulation, of course, there will be accuracy issue, there will be error. Therefore, we need to have a good balance. So far, I think that we have AI computing to zoom in. Actually, it's really difficult to find an answer. There are still hundreds or thousands of possibilities. Then we zoom in to maybe 100. Then we have a high throughput way to do the experiment. So this is our coping strategy in the data mining. We have two very important technology platforms. One is the knowledge map, and also another is a peptide platform. They have different issues. For the knowledge map, we have seeds of data. Every day, there are tens of thousands of publicized literatures in different journals. The quality are different. For our platform, actually, our solution is to extract these complicated things from the literature and to control the quality. Also, like the cells experiment, animal cells, clinical experiment, and also these gene, whether it upregulate or downregulate, all this information must be extracted to help us to have a correct judgment, to have a higher accuracy data map, so as to have a very accurate conclusion. This is really our issue, and we need to find a solution. For the polypeptide, these polypeptide in the nature, or these already being studied, the data is really limited. So we need to find out the data from the polypeptide. So many are from the plant or the food. These polypeptide information are more, and we discovered this ocean polypeptide database and to expand our polypeptide data source. Although we need to have AIGC to continuously to generate more polypeptide, we have AIGC, and these polypeptide, for example, we have various dry or wet experiment validation to have a large polypeptide design platform. So there are 2 points. One is we need to lock our industry and products. We have aviation, aerospace. We really have a focused area, focused industry. We avoid spread out too wide. There are 3 dimensions. One is we have the alloy, copper alloy, and the conductor, and also aviation, new energy, and also material expansion, like copper and also magnesium. They are all metal alloy. We first need to have the sample to have very good paradigm, then it will be very efficient. Secondly, when we are doing that, in terms of the material calculation, the calculation accounts to 20%. It's a small sample training. The most of the time is on the process validation. The high quality information is validated information. The difficulty is in the process, AI learning, about the thermal power and the dynamics and etc. Next stage, we will do the machine learning in the process. That 80% of the time we want it more efficient and shorten the time, and just shorten the development cycle for the material. For the macro world, and people have a very straightforward observation. Talking about raw material, actually they are in the macro level. It's really difficult to have a straightforward observation. We have the equipment when we are doing the observation. This is indirect. And also when you have the high throughput observation, you may run into a lot of difficulties, or in vivo, in vitro, and biology, or this microorganism observation. Many times you have to have like the spectrum or the MS, SS, and sometimes or CS. Sometimes there will be error margin, or the high throughput screen, or this string, or the enzyme. When you put it in the bottle, and actually there is like a false positive result. We try best to have an algorithm to reduce the throughput rather than increase the throughput. We lower the throughput so as to increase the screening quality so that the positive rate will be lower. So these the positive, then we put it in a bottle, and then there will be very good consistency. Maybe the data is not large, but it's more robust, more accurate. In this area, at a higher throughput experiment, we need to have more stable and more consistency between the experiment and the shaking bottle. We need some automated the screening platform to help us. So for this higher accurate the detection technology is very expensive. For many companies, maybe they do not have a capital to invest in this higher precision detection. And secondly, the validation cycle is very long, from the molecule cloning to the microorganism, then to the screening system. The time is very long. Yes, so many information will be inaccurate anymore. Therefore, we need to find out more robust, reliable, high throughput plan so that integrated to larger scale. So these are the difficulties we're having in our understanding. Thank you very much for the data or the throughput. Well, you have a lot of issues on that, and also you have different ways so focusing on that. Like it's looking into the future, AI plus or AI in the future 2 years or 5 years. What kind of the revolution will bring to your industry? Well, this is AI plus the front-end industry combination that we need to spend more time on the education process for AI, and other people will help me do the education. And the super molecule, I also need to do the education work. And we have the AI-based material platform on the data mining, and we need to have a way, have a method.
Well, especially on the high-end throughput and experiments, and we have already established a platform for this kind of an organic and a molecule and platform, and I think that we are the only one doing that. Of course, there are some benefits, and just as I mentioned in my presentation, and for each super and a molecule and a structure, and we could patent it, and just like a kind of a new drug. Today, and we're still going through different experiments and explorations. So, and by looking at the high-end throughput and experiments and testings, and the genome and the testings, after and we get the structure, and we will adjust and register and its IP. So maybe and we'll just commercialize and the IP, license that. I think that it may bring some revolution for the material and studies. And today, we have already did some trials. Yeah, it is available, and for consumer and goods. And I think there for us, we could set up some barriers. And I think that's something we can empower here. So, for the past decade of years, and I participated all the major milestones and in NVIDIA, for example, and we started using the GPU and to substitute and in the CPU. In the very beginning, our success rate was only 50%. Then and later, our success rate was 80 and 90%. And today, the people are using LLMs. So this is the evolution of AI in the past decades of years. So today, in the C side, consumer side, we are seeing more consumptions. So AI plus consumption, and I think we need to conduct more experiments. And talking about AI's application and in the field of materials, so AI could combine that with the physics and with the materials, with the chemicals, and anything. I think in the process, we will see different issues. And for our company, and we are like an AI and plus biology, and we try to solve the problems. And in biology, and so maybe in the future, there will be more vertical models like an AI plus science, and we will find out some application and problems in the future, and we will see some challenges. What we need to do we need to set up our patent barriers and technical barriers, and I think that's one thing we need to work on right now. And so today, what we find is our customers they do have a strong requirement for AI plus applications. I believe in the future that whoever can provide the quickest solutions then would win the market. So the question is how can we have high quality data? Whoever can own more high quality data will win the market. And even if we have high quality data, how can we just verify these data? So on the verification, if we could save time, make it more efficient, that would be our goal. From the synthetic biology perspective, we are working on new material research and development. And we're seeing a new trend, and that is a new AI-based platform can help us to have a fast iteration in the China Academy of Science and Shenzhen branch, and we have built such a platform. So basically, these experiment platforms are unmanned; they are unattended. Basically, people could have access to these platforms through a computer, and we have the robots and AI they execute everything in this process. And this is a platform for collecting data and verifying data. If we could find good topics or good subjects, and I think we could accumulate a large amount of data. But the issue is, how can we make sure we could have a good model that can connect with the platform? And I think we do need this kind of large models designed for these automatic experiment platforms. And today, when we talk about the design, they are all data-driven. And for example, all the protein sequence for humans, and we need high quality and complete information. And for example, Hewlett Baker, from Washington University, and it has been widely used. And this is one of the best examples of the industry. And in the past, we look for new structures, new molecules, from the nature. And today, we could find new structures on these automatic platforms. for our company, and we are working on this automatic AI-based and experiment in the platform. I think in the next 3 to 5 years, we'll see and it can make more progress.